update. Would I be the jerk if I do not share the inheritance that I received from a friend of her daughter? Thank you to everyone who has commented and given me the outside perspective that I needed. I am shocked at the volume of people who have reacted to this. I was really only hoping to have a handful of responses to help me think. I do want to clarify some things I was not able to in the original post due to the character limits. I first want to address the timeline of events. Sam was kicked out in the early 2000s. I think it was in 2002. Gary died in 2011. Valorie sold the family home and downsized to her condo in 2010, as the house was too big for just her. I moved into my condo in 2018. I learned about Sam. Valorie wrote the letter, and we sent it to Sam in 2022. Valorie retired and had her will and estate set up at the end of 2023. Valorie died on January 2025. The funeral was on January 31, 2025. I messaged Sam as soon as the funeral arrangements were finalized. Sam messaged me this past Sunday on February 23, 2025, to clarify some questions that people had about the estate. It is currently in the formal probate process. Valorie was a legal secretary for a family law office, and the lawyer she worked with specialized in estate law. She had a full career there, and as part of her retirement package, that lawyer helped her set up her will and take care of the estate. This is the lawyer who told me that everything is being done by the book, that everything will be fully settled in a few months, and that all of Valorie's wishes are being carried out to the letter. I have taken Reddit's advice and will be speaking to a different lawyer about both my legal interests in the estate and how to communicate with Sam. I still have not responded to her because I have not been sure how. Her initial message was extremely harsh and attacking, and that is what triggered that first emotional and protective response in me. I am trying to take Reddit's advice and be empathetic to Sam's situation. However, that is challenging because Sam has continued to send me a few additional messages demanding that I respond and calling me a heartless bee and homophobic bigot, among other things. I am not going to respond until after I have talked to that lawyer and can do it in the right way. I do think that Reddit is right, and that if Sam wants any sentimental items, she should have them because they might help her healing. I do want to be clear that the estate is not very big, and is very simple. All that Valorie had was her condo and her car. That car was more valuable to her than it is on the market. It is a 2014 model of a daily driver. I hold the spare key to Valorie's condo and have been in to clear out the kitchen and to take care of her plant babies, because I cannot bear to see them die too. It has been really strange being in that space without her. I have been given permission to start cleaning out the condo, but not to get rid of anything. I am going to spend this weekend going through her things and organizing them into boxes. I do not know what type of sentimental items that I will find, because Valorie does not have any family photos on display in her place. There are no photos of Sam and no photos of Gary, not even wedding photos. I cannot speak to the Valorie who Sam knew. I do know that in her younger years, Valorie was an active member of the LDS Church, but that she had stopped being religious by the time that I knew her. The Valorie who I knew was by no means a bigot. I knew her as a kind, loving, and accepting person. She knew that I am bi and never judged me for it. She has a pride flag hanging on her balcony, and she used to attend pride parades as one of the supported moms who would hug and be supportive to the LGBTQ youth who had no one. I knew her as someone who was trying to make amends to the universe. When I first heard the story about Sam, I was shocked because that just did not line up with the Valorie that I knew. Valorie did have her own Facebook account and knew how to use it, but Sam was not easy to find. It took me a few months to track her down. We used Facebook Messenger because that was our only means of contacting Sam. The message was a 4 or 5 page letter where Valorie told Sam everything and completely shared her soul. Valorie only reached out once because Sam was so much like her father, and I do not want to push her or hurt her further by pestering. I have told her everything I can until she responds. The only direct communication that I had with Sam was the Facebook messages I sent her about Valorie's death. I think that covered everyone's questions. Thank you all for providing me with new perspectives. It has been helpful. Make sure to comment what you think. Leave a like and follow.